Hello and welcome. Thank you for joining me. If you're new to my blog or to my YouTube, my name is Sharon Aguilar and I blog at sweetmamalife.com and I work with Greenstyle Creations. And I'm working on a sew along right now and it is for, let me grab it. This is for the North Shore Swimsuit. It has so many options. I'm so excited. And today this video is just for showing you the supplies you'll need. So we'll get started on the sew along next week, but I wanted you to be prepared. So we have fabric discounts at Raspberry Creek Fabrics and at Made Whimsy that are starting today and that are all week long. So if you haven't already gotten your swim fabric, I would definitely recommend looking at both of their stores. Also, in addition to that, don't forget to pick up lining. So I'll start with showing you the fabric that you need. So if you pick a solid, it's going to be the same on both sides. You're going to make sure that it has 75% stretch in both directions. And if you pick a print, that means it's usually printed. So it's going to be white on one side and it's going to be printed on the other side. Usually I've noticed the solids are nylon based and the prints are polyester based. They both dry really quickly and are nice to work with. On lining, this is the lining I got from Raspberry Creek. It's their nude color and it's a nice quality. And then I also got from Made Whimsy. These are just some of my scraps. This is her nude color. It's a little lighter. And then this is her white color that I also used. So in addition to your fabric and your lining, and the pattern will have the required amounts for each of those in it for you. You'll also need thread. You'll need stretch needles or ballpoint needles. I like the stretch needles. I'm looking at my handy cheat sheet. You'll also need scissors or a rotary cutter. Make sure that your blade is nice and sharp. And I like to use clips. You can use pins if you prefer, but my favorite are clips for keeping everything together. You need a sewing machine, of course. But I just want to say that if all you have is a sewing machine, then that is completely fine. I demonstrate throughout all of it how easy it is to just sew a swimsuit with only your sewing machine. If you have a serger, you have a cover stitch, that's nice, but definitely not required. And it's not going to make your suit any less functional. Okay, so in addition to that, you need 3/8 inch elastic and you need 3 yards of it. And you need 2.5 yards of the 1 inch elastic. So I want to talk to you about elastic because not all elastic is created equal. And I've definitely found that out with every swimsuit I sew. So there is the rubber kind, which some people don't love, but rubber is my favorite. It has, the thinner stuff isn't as great, but it has great recovery. Like it is very tight of a recovery. So, and it seems to last really well. I have a pool with salt water. It's like part salt water, part chlorine. And my suits that I made last year with rubber elastic, I pulled them out this year and they're still just as firm. And some of my store-bought suits that I pulled out that have, not as good elastic, they were all wonky. And especially the ones I use cotton elastic for, I just noticed that they kind of over the season grown. So you have your rubber elastic. Another option of really good elastic is the rubber that has been wrapped in polyester. So it sews just like a braided elastic, but it has a little bit of the rubber in it to give it the more longevity. So I got this one from Wazoodle and I really like the quality of this one, but you can see, like, look how I stretch the rubber elastic. I mean, it is a firm stretch. And then I stretch this and it's more, I mean, it has a lot more give to it and it does recover. So it's good. It's also not as pressing of an elastic. So those are options. And then of course the Joann's cotton. I got, and I talked about this on my stories on Instagram, my favorite rubber elastic that I've sewn with, I got from Made Whimsy and I bought a ton of it last year. And this year I've already sewn through it all. So I put out a call for help me find good 3/8 inch rubber elastic. And I did get messages. It seems like the consensus is So English has it. They use this exact same kind of thicker rubber stuff that Made Whimsy stocked last year. I spoke to, or I messaged Mandy at Made Whimsy and she's not planning on stocking the rubber elastic. She sold through what she had last year and isn't getting it again. So I recommend hunting down at So English. And if you can't find rubber elastic, maybe if you're in another country, definitely look for the poly wrapped rubber. They have that at the Fabric Fairy, as well as Wazoodle. Several other places have the rubber that's been wrapped in a polyester. And a lot of people find it easier to sew with. So it's definitely not an inferior one. And also you can, some people also just love the Joann stuff because it has a lot looser of a stretch. So it's not going to, what's the right word to say this? It's kind of like muffin top. Have you ever gotten where elastic is so firm that it's in an area that is a little squishier? So you're not going to get as much of that with the cotton elastic. It's going to give you a looser grip in different areas. And it doesn't matter if that's what you want to use. So I just want to say that the important part is that you get elastic that's rated for swim. And that means it's going to withstand the elements like chlorine and salt and everything. So that's the important part of the elastic. And you need the 1 inch is for your under bust, and it's also for your bottoms. If you're making the one piece, you only need it to go around here. It's for the 2 piece that you're going to need it in your bottoms. Okay, so in addition to elastic, bra cups. I got these off of Amazon and they are perfect for my smaller bust, but of course if you have a bigger bust, they have the center marked and they've got some good squish to them, and I really like them. I use them a lot in the Power Bra, and I'm also using them for this. So order cups. It's great for modesty and for making you look more together. Another thing that you can use is either Power Met, Tech Sheen, or Power Mesh, and they're all different, but they will help provide some support. This I got from Fee Fabric, and I believe that it was labeled the Power Net. So this is what I've been told, that Tech Sheen is the firmest, so it's going to give you the most support. Power Net is also going to give you great support, but just a little bit less than the Tech Sheen. And then Power Mesh is going to have a lot more give to it. If you're going to Joann's, I would definitely recommend do not even go near their Power Mesh. It's not going to give you any support. It's not meant to do that. So if you're ordering online, I would recommend looking for something that says Power Net. And that's just if you want to use it for like in the tummy area for a little bit more control, or if you want to use it in the bra. A lot of people need it if you have a bigger cup size. It's really going to help you to stay put. So that is on supportive. You're also going to need a swim hook, the 1 inch swim hook. It's not that hard to do at all. I really recommend it if you're doing the one piece. When I did my one piece, I didn't realize how important it was to have the closure in the back. And when I get it on and off, it is quite, it's quite an exercise. So that, or you can do a tie. If you are scared of the hook for some reason, there's also recommendations to do the tie, and you don't need to buy any extra supplies for that. Also, you will need a ring. You will find these in any kind of bra supply section. If you're ordering online, it'll be labeled as, like a bra slider type of ring. So this is the 5/8. It's recommended that you get anything between 1/2 inch and 3/4 inch. So this is smack dab in the middle of it. I got this one from Simply by T in like a bra findings kit or something like that. And she has several of those at great prices. And then the very last thing that you could possibly need is just like a string or some kind of a cording. And this is to, if you do the strappy option, that it allows you to easily turn it right side out. But if you don't have that, you can also use a great old, and I think you just need one of these anyways, if you're doing any of the straps on any of it. It just helps to get nice corners. This is a chopstick. Anyways, thank you for joining me on my video. I have discounts for the pattern. I have discounts for fabric. They're all listed in the blog post, so definitely check those out. If you have any questions, let me know. On my next videos, when we actually start the sew along, I'll go through the sizing and measuring and getting started. So look out for those whenever the sew along starts. Thank you. Have a great day.